Alrighty. Okay, good. So, as of now, I've glued all, not all, but 7 out of the 8 pieces here. So you can kind of see the layers here, like strata. And I have that curve that I've been wanting. You can kind of see that. It looks really nice on the bottom. And these aren't totally even if you look down or here, but I can always sand those off. Like this, for example, on the shoe, which is over here. If you look at the shoe here, this kind of goes on an angle in this way, right? This does not yet, so I could sand that down. Now, another thing I just discovered is once I put all these together and I'm about to put the top piece on, logic would tell you just put it on, it fits because it's the same size as all the other ones, it's the same cutout. However, because they all curled up and bent in, this is much bigger than below. So I'm gonna have to cut out a middle section. That's what I figured I should do because I want this part of the shoe, the toe area, to line up with the existing toe so it looks like that. And then I want the heel, because the heel you can see is now just like coming off. So that's about the distance I want to take out of the middle, and I can just mark it. My work area is becoming pretty intense here. So if this goes here, and I'm just gonna mark that right here, and that's going to tell me how much the middle should be taken out. So what I'm going to do is just going to measure that, so I just take in consideration. It's about 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is, knowing that I'm going to take 1/2 inch out of the center somewhere, I'm going to line this up here, trying to line the sides up the best I can. Actually, I can probably shave that off a little bit. That might be better because that lines up better here than this one. And that's just a little bit off. So to be honest, I don't know how much I actually have to cut off. Because as I'm laying this down, I'm starting to realize that this is actually hugging where it should be in the center, and this is flipping over towards the top. I don't mind that, and I can shave the rest off. That to me is okay. I'm just trying to make sure this kind of all lines up. That's my main concern. I guess right there would be good. And then I think I'd have to pull this back just a little bit. So maybe I'll take just a little bit out. I'll take a little bit out like that. I'll just take that much out of the center. And then we'll see what happens there. I don't have my metal ruler here, and I do not advise you to cut with, I'm just doing this right now because I can't find my metal ruler somewhere around here. And I'm just gonna kind of, I already did, I cut into the plastic, damn it. All right, I got my line in, that's all I needed. And then I'm gonna go over to the other side, make sure it's lined up with the center line. And I got my line in here. If I have to cut more off, I can. So now I'm just gonna cut this section out. I don't think I need this that long, otherwise it's gonna break. So that's out. And I cut this section out here, and that's out. Now it's a little bit shorter, and it feels like it fits better. And then the rest of it, I can just kind of put in. And the nice thing about this, because it was pretty hard to smush this, I couldn't find anything that would, like a big sandbag or something that would weigh the whole thing down and smush it down. And now that it's in 2 parts, I think it's gonna be a little easier for me to put something weighty here, and then I can do this as a separate part. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also noticing that there's a bit of a curve here, and it might be helpful if I were to score these lines here and just make this as bendable as I possibly can before I glue this down, just so it's not this so it's not flat, because I want this to be as flush as I possibly can get it here. I want this to smush down as much as I can get it to smush down. And then after that, I think I'm good to go. All right, well, you don't need to watch me go through the rest. I just want to show you how to, sometimes you break this up, make it smaller, whatever you got to do to get that top piece on. And once you're done this part of the stage, then we can move on to the next. Alrighty.